Welcome to the Headley Highlight Show's Uplifting Corner. The Uplifting Corner is my part of the show where I try and bring a story of inspiration, courage, enlightenment, wisdom, something funny to make you smile. It's just a way of uplifting you, because we talk about lots of serious subjects and sometimes they can just be like, oh my God, Denise, God, these subjects are so heavy. So sometimes we need a lift, something to lighten the load. And here is today's contribution, and I hope you like it. Today's contribution explores the richness of language. We have all heard words or phrases used to replace other words that may be sensitive or indelicate for one reason or another. For instance, spending a penny or seeing a man about a dog are often said when someone is off in the bathroom. Politicians do it when they say someone is being economical with the truth instead of lying through their teeth, such as Miss Rachel Reeves. She's disingenuous. Or being economical with the truth. Business leaders do it when they say we are downsizing instead of saying we're going to make half of the workforce redundant. These words and phrases are called euphemisms. And for this uplifting corner, I'm going to read out some of the more hilarious examples I've heard of or found on the internet. When someone's intelligence is being questioned, usually out of their hearing, any of the following might be heard. Not the sharpest pencil in the pencil case, or the lights are on but nobody is home. I quite like couldn't pour water out of a boot, even if the instructions were on the heel. That one's really cool. As useful as a chocolate teapot. I've actually, used that quite a few times. Whenever you hear the phrase, it was a full and frank discussion, you just know that was more like someone saying, I'm gonna punch you in the nose. Euphemisms are very useful whenever we find ourselves between jobs. I'm embarking on a journey of self-discovery, or I'm pursuing personal projects. A favourite of politicians forced to resign, perhaps after being caught playing away, as I wish to spend more time with my family, and we've all heard of those. If someone has had too much alcohol, they may be described as a little worse for wear or just a little tired and emotional, but they are so drunk they are telling their life story to a stranger. Men losing their hair has produced some great phrases such as moss doesn't grow on a busy street, or I'm not bald, I'm just taller than my hair. I think there's loads of different euphemisms that people can use, and they use them in different circumstances. And I also think euphemisms are actually, sometimes they can be kinder than the actual word, because it seeks to almost soften the situation around it, and make it not seem as maybe as difficult or as dire, because you can just, deflect it. I mean, this is a really famous euphemism, and it comes from the Second World War. And I mean, I'm not one of these people who like to draw for the war. You know what I'm saying? Draw for the war card. But no, but the point is, keep calm and carry on. That's a euphemism for there is chaos about. But when all those are around you, when there is chaos and everyone around you is losing your head, you keep calm. You keep your head. That's something that I know. And I think keep calm and carry on is actually a really good description of that point I'm making of softening things. Because essentially it's saying bear it and continue. And what it's asking you to do is to ignore the hardship and continue, because the continuation is for want of a better word, the beta of the hardship. And I think that's an interesting way of looking at things, because if you think about the psychology of a nation, if you keep telling them, keep calm and carry on, you are effectively saying to them, we can still go forward despite all of the things that might be falling down around us. So yeah, I think that's quite a cool way to end this week's Uplifting Corner. Tell me something. Do you have any euphemisms that you've used in the past, or you've deployed, or you've heard, and you thought, yeah, that's really a really good one. That would be quite useful. I tell you what, euphemism I've heard. I don't know if it's a euphemism, but it's about revenge. And I heard this years ago, and somebody said that revenge is a dish best served cold. And that basically means defer your retribution to a time when it's probably least expected and most impactful. A favorite of many politicians I've had the misfortune of coming across. Anyway, do you know any euphemisms that you think could be interesting or that you'd like to share? Jump up onto the mic, and thank you once again for your listening ears this week. It's always a pleasure to spend my Friday with you. Don't forget to make a donation at deniseheadley.com. Press the notification button on my YouTube and select all, and you'll get all my uploads every week. Coolios. That's it for me, people. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week, and kata!